So just in case this is replayed, I am on another unscheduled live to talk about an idea that I have to do with a native UK species enclosure. I'm just waiting for people to pop online to talk about it. Right. Forgotten how to get the link for this. Is anyone on, by the way? Oh, hello. I think we've got one person on. Who's come and joined me today then? Oh, hey, how you doing? Just another unscheduled live. I just had an idea, but I wanted to know, like, if it was too cruel an idea, especially for YouTube. But while we wait for more people to join, it looks like we've got another person on here. If you want to say hi, whoever you are, because it won't show me each person unless you write. But yeah. Anyway, how are you doing? While we wait for people to join, how is everyone? You all right? No Bug Realms mug today. So needs washing. Got my 30th birthday mug instead, even though it reminds me of how old I am. Right, guys, if you want to say hello so I can see who's on. Hi, guys. Hello. Lost me for a bit. Oh, don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I was just basically waiting for people to come online and asking how everyone is. Wait until you're 40. Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll make it that far, but you never know. I don't live the most healthy lifestyle, I'm going to be honest. Some stuff I seriously need to change about my life. Excuse me, my phone was going off. Hey, Kim, how you doing? Sorry, guys, I've got an Instagram message. I've got a few people that are messaging me to do with the stick insects, and I don't want to be rude to you guys, but I also don't want to be rude to this lady here because she's asking advice. So while I'm just dealing with this lady a minute, like, everyone just let me know how you're doing, and I'll be with you in just a moment. I'll tell you this idea that I've got. Hi, Dean. So I've got to check out this phasmid enclosure for a lady a second if anyone's just joining. She's been asking my advice. 2 seconds, guys. Hopefully everyone's well. Oh, 2 seconds. All the way around. You're good to go. Sorry, I've just got to make sure that her enclosure is set up correctly. Looks all good to me. She's also got a better looking house than I do. Anyway, so what are we doing? I'm glad you're good, Kim. You didn't seem too happy the other day to do with a post. I hope everything was all right now. Quit smoking cigarettes, going on 2 weeks, if that tells you anything. Yeah, it's something I need to do. I'm never proud to say that I'm a smoker. I've never been proud to be a smoker. Started when I was about 16. That was when in the UK it was legal to buy at 16. So although I started at legal age, you know, I'm 30 now, and I seriously need to pack it in. Like, I seriously need to pack it in. I've got a 7-year-old daughter, and you know, I feel like an idiot all the time, but I find it so difficult. Anyway, so we're on about 7 people now. So I'm going to tell you about this idea that I've got. Sorry. She's okay, I think we're good now. I've answered all the questions. Right, cool. Yeah, it's been a great day today. It's from Kim. Just stuff going on, that's all, nothing to worry about. Okay, Kim, well, I'm glad you've had a good day today. I'm glad things are picking up. And Kim, your channel has grown massively, like in such a short space of time. So well done to you. There's been Dan been on it, people making them subscribe to you. I mean, they wouldn't need to. I mean, your content's enjoyable. You can see your confidence building as well. So, well, I know you've only done a few so far, but it's good to see people's confidence build. And you've got nothing to be, I can't think of the word, ashamed of, nothing to worry about. So just keep up the good job. Start when I was 12. You just have to tell yourself you can. Yeah, I mean, I did stop. I say stop. I can barely count as stopping. I did stop briefly for about a month or so, going back around, oh, how many years ago now? I can't even tell you. Probably about 10 years ago, actually, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, I thought it wasn't quite that long ago, but when I think about it, yeah. And I managed to stop then for a month. And then I went on holiday, and you know how it is. People are like, well, you're on holiday, just enjoy yourself. So I did, and then straight back at it. Anyway, so yeah, I will be telling you about this idea now. I'm just going to tell this person that I'm busy at the moment. Yeah, okay, I don't need to. So this is my idea. I'm trying to think. It's not built yet. So I'll just check it. Sorry, I came on region now. 2 weeks, 785 subs. Just gives me tips, nothing else. Well, that's brilliant. I mean, I didn't reach. It took me over 5 months, I think, to probably get where you were. I started off very, very slow, and it was only when I found the community and we all started chatting that things ended up picking up a bit for me. You'll probably overtake me within another week or two, so just keep at it. So, hello, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you very much. I'm just going to be talking now about this idea that I've had, but I'm not sure if it's going to be counted as cruel. I'm going to be trying. I'm not the best at DIY. I know I've got a few DIY videos, but I'm not the best at manly DIY, like stuff that takes a lot of effort. So I don't know how well this will go, but I'm attempting this idea of quite a large enclosure, and I'm terrible with measurements, but we're going to be looking at least this sort of big. The size comparison on the camera looks terrible, but like at least a meter and a half long. A bit taller. It's going to be in height. It'll be from my foot up to here. Now am I flying low there? Sorry guys. How embarrassing. Right. Yeah. So, well, sorry, my camera went funny then. So it's going to be just below my waist, and I'm 6'1", so it's going to be pretty hefty height. And what my plan is, sorry, I'm trying to read comments and talk. I can't read comments from back here. I've got terrible eyesight. My plan is to fill it all up. We'll have a door coming through, just one door. We'll have a lot of ventilation around. And I'd like to get a lot of, I don't normally agree with this kind of thing, but I'm curious for it for study reasons and for YouTube reasons, so we can study together, of gathering various native UK species, nothing that's endangered, nothing that, you know, if it dies in my care that we're going to have any sort of problem, things that are quite commonly seen, and put them into this huge enclosure. I'll try and make it a multiple habitat. So we'll have maybe either some sort of aquatic area, possibly. We'll have a rocky area. We'll have like a mossy area. We'll have a more dry area. So it's going to be like a multi-habitat all in one. And we're going to try and collect various things from there. But here's the catch. Here's where I don't know if things are going to be cruel. And I'll read the comments in just a second, guys. I would like to keep both predatory things like certain arachnids as well as non-predatory insects in there. Now, I understand things are going to die, right? That is the way of life. You know, we chuck a cricket or a roach in with a tarantula, it's going to kill it, right? That was a life. Just because we've pre-bought it doesn't mean anything. We're still chucking in a cricket or a roach to be devoured by a tarantula, right? So if I were to gather not way too many predatory things, but a few arachnids, few other things, right? And just watch them, study them over time, right? And just see what happens. Will the predators actually overtake all the non-predatory things? Will the non-predatory things be too good at hiding? You know, I'd still aid them a little bit. You know, If I see a spider web in there and it's looking a bit thin, it hasn't caught anything, I will then hand feed it. Well, you know, pop something on the web there, but make sure it gets eaten, because it wouldn't be a local UK thing, if you see what I mean. So I try and help out there. I'll try and offer fruit and veg to the like vegetarian side or the omnivore side. So I will give little buffers to help all the inverts in there. But as a whole, I'd quite like to study to see how the ecosystem works. And at times we can leave a camera in there with a time lapse with footage, see how the gatherers collect things, how the predators will attack things, how they hunt. And we will see it all within one really large enclosure. So that's the idea. I'm just going to read the comments for a second. Not going to make enclosures? Me neither. Natural habitat with different species. Cool. Yeah. Sounds like a pretty cool idea. Yeah. So has anyone watched, I know people are quite, I know Ants Canada is quite famous, but has anyone watched, I can't remember what it's called, Nordic Ants, I think. Now, I know he's an ant channel, and I don't know nothing about ants. I'm not talking about ants for my project, but he's got a really large multi-habitat, though his isn't UK-based inverts. His is like a range from somewhere else. I don't know. But he's got one massive tank, and he's got predatory things, and he's got several colonies of ants, and he's got snails and the odd spider and all sorts in there. The footage of that tank is absolutely amazing, and I wanted to kind of recreate something similar, but with native UK species to see how they thrive. You know, because if you look at arachnids, for example, you've got your certain, like your typical garden orb weavers that will make a large web up high. And then you've got things like, I don't know the scientific name off the top of my head, you know, like the woodlouse spider, the little red ones that will feed off the little isopods there, and they'll be ground dwelling. So we'd have a nice mixture, and it would be cool to come in every day for myself to have a look and see what's changed. You know, has something built a burrow? Has something, you know, altered that habitat or developed certain defense mechanisms that we never thought about? Having live plants in there, what's going to develop? You know, you see what I mean? Oh, sorry, I just saw, yeah, Ants kind of stuff. Yeah, I just mentioned him. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, see, so this is my idea. But my concern is taking from the wild is not something I normally agree with. The only thing I've purely kept from the wild is one species of stick insect, and that's because they are not common in the UK at all in the wild. There are 3 main species in the UK, all from New Zealand. One of them can be seen quite a lot in Southwest, although I haven't seen them. One of them a little bit less, and one even less. Unless I went to the Isles of Scilly, which I don't even know how to get to, right? That's where a lot of them will be. But where I am, the one that I've got is incredibly uncommon. And that's why I've kept that one, because they're parthenogenic, so it will keep reproducing. And they've cultured in the UK over 100 years ago from trade ships. So I'm not endangering it by keeping it in. It's just so uncommonly seen. But in this situation, I am sort of playing God a little bit. And part of me doesn't like that, but part of me, I want it for the study reasons. I don't want to just chuck things in and watch things kill each other. That's not the point. It's to see how things adapt within that enclosure. And it will take me quite a while to be able to build it. It's going to involve some good money. I mean, I'd love to even put in a little mini waterfall, but my knowledge on doing that is not that great. But yeah, I just wanted to see your guys' opinions. Basically, I just want to see, do you reckon that that's going to be something cool? I know it'd be cool to see on YouTube, but is it too cruel? Is it playing God, or is it acceptable for study reasons to be able to do that? I mean, if they're all native to the UK, I'd be using UK-based soil as well. So if there's many organisms living in there, you know, eggs, larvae, whatever, it's all going to be UK based. There's going to be nothing elsewhere. The live plants are going to either be bought here in the UK, or I'm going to, or grow them from here in the UK. Everything in that tank is going to be a UK based thing. There's going to be nothing tropical, nothing different chucked in there, except for if I feel that a certain predator is getting thin and needs to eat to survive, I might put a tiny little roach or a little cricket in. And if it doesn't get eaten, I'll take it straight out so that it doesn't affect the environment. As long as you're taking everything, it's the problem wild caught. As long as you know the difference between wild caught and captive bred. Yeah. So that's definitely do it. It's nature at the end of the day. Interesting to see how things live and work in the tank. I look forward to seeing it out. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. So it seems like a bit of a positive response so far, and I'm glad because it's something I'm in an R about since probably, well, actually, before I even started my YouTube. When I was getting into inverts, it was something I wanted to do, but I just didn't know whether it was right or wrong. But I mean, everyone learned somewhere, didn't they? That's the point of science. I mean, I'm not a biologist, you know, I'm not an entomologist, I'm not a phasmologist, I'm not an arachnologist or whatever they're called. But as a hobbyist, we still like to study, and it doesn't have to be something exotic for it to be cool. You know, there's a lot of things with really interesting defensive capabilities still here in the UK that just completely overlooked. And I just think it would be cool for people to learn, especially like I know some children watch my channel, and I can actually say that now because I legitimately know some children watch my channel because I've been told. And I think it would be really educational for them as well. Go out to nature and see what's happening in a specific area. Yeah, I do nature walks. I do actually do quite a lot of walking. I don't always film them. The problem is I don't see a lot. A lot of things will come up very early morning or sort of as the sun's going down in summer. Now, I don't know how much any of you guys know, because I don't know if you've seen my why video, but I used to be an agoraphobic, so I used to be afraid to leave my own house. Although I'm over that, you know, because I've got a job now, I go out to work every day. I still have issues when it comes to certain times of the day. So evening or too early morning that might still be classed as late evening, I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving the house. Like even right now, I got a park behind me. It's only 10:15 at night here, right? I wouldn't step foot in that park right now. So I got real big limitations kind of when it comes out to being in nature. I mean, if I'm camping, that's a little bit different. I can deal with that, but getting the timescales right, because my work's a bit messed up right now. That's how I managed to do a camping trip previously and do a video. But normally I work 5 days a week and I have my daughter 2 days, and they're 2 days. They're not weekend days like a lot of dads get. This is midweek. So she goes to school. So I can't get to any of these nice big areas to be home in time for when she's out of school. And I also cannot bring her with me because she's at school, if you see what I mean. So my time is really, really limited. Go check out A Bugman's Life. He's an entomologist and a YouTuber. He might assist you. Thank you very much for that. I don't know that person. In fact, let me just jot that down because I'm terrible at remembering. Okay, cool. Right, I have typed that up now so I remember. Sometimes I let go, sometimes I don't. Giant isopods called jumping spider founders. I found a cool jumping spider once and I lost it. I picked it up because this was when I was first getting into, I was still into phasmids then, but I knew nothing about arachnids. And I was like, oh, this is really, really cool. Like it had, I don't know. I still don't know true spiders very well, but it had a, like, I can't even explain. It had a cool tinge to it in its coloration and it was just really, really nice. But, yeah, it disappeared on me. I lost it in my house somewhere. Get in contact with local schools and chat with them. They get kids involved to make it a learning experience. Yeah, I have thought about that. I know two blokes that work in schools, one of which was on my Facebook Live, one of the ones that was talking history with everybody, if anyone joined my Facebook Live that time, my drunk Facebook Live. Yeah, but it's just like something that's never happened. I have mentioned it before, but maybe I should contact them myself. Probably be a better idea. Kim found a zebra jumping spider, green orb weevil with an egg sac outside. Oh, sweet. That's cool. Might have been a zebra jumping spider I found, you know. I'm not sure. I'll see if I can get him in here. Yeah, cool. That'll be cool. I appreciate that. All Gemma spiders look cool in their own way. Even little brown ones. Yeah, they're cute, aren't they? I always call them girl spiders. Although I like them myself, and as a bloke, I have no issues with keeping them, or men. But it's the one thing a lot of girls like. I think there's certain inverts that will always take a, not being sexist in any way, but take a girl's fancy. And I was always trying to work that out with my partner, and she was having none of it. No spiders at all for her. Got her into mantids a little bit. Then she went off them. They ended up becoming mine because she just didn't want them. She tried to like them, but when one kind of like, she didn't realize how fast they can be, and it freaked her out. So it ended up becoming mine. Though, since we went to the BTS, she seems to have developed a passion for both butterflies and millipedes, which is kind of cool. So I'm kind of breaking her a little bit. Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm trying to read back now. Probably looking at a live planted aquarium. Check out serpents. I've actually seen serpents. I haven't watched for a while now, but I will. Oh no, I watched a while ago, then went back to it, but forgot to continue watching. So thanks for telling me that. That's right. Never really thought about that. Bigger jumpers are much easier to work with than the small fast ones. Yeah, I thought about getting one at the BTS, and I just didn't. I ran out of money, to be fair. I spent way too much for me on what wage I'm on, way too much. And then, of course, my work situation went to pot when I got back. So things aren't great at the moment, but it's only another like 5.5 weeks. Get those 5.5 weeks sorted, then I get all my hours back and everything goes back to normal. So yeah, happy days then. But I've still got savings and I'm trying not to spend them. I'm trying to live off beans and instant noodles and things for the minute, just so that I can make it through. Because if I don't touch much of my savings, I should be able to go to the Western Invert show in the UK, in Bristol. That's what I really want to go to. I went to it last year. I really enjoyed it. But it all depends how much of my savings I have to spend as to whether I can make it to that this year. Oh, I just saw you. I didn't even see you write that, Kim, going to the Western show. So the Western show is something I am, like I said, I am desperate to go to, but I don't drive. And I can get to Bristol pretty easy enough, but it's just up from Bristol. It's like Thornbury or something. And the way that the trains will work to get to Bristol and then a bus up to Thornbury Leisure Centre or whatever it was called is really, really awkward. So I'm trying to find someone that I can pay to give me an actual lift, because then it wouldn't be a problem at all. I can just go up on the day. How's your T-Sturmy sling doing? Absolutely fine. Actually rehoused the T-Sturmy sling. The video is not up yet. It's not even edited yet. There will be a video coming up where I rehouse all my pre-BTS tarantulas. So all the tarantulas I bought from Spider Shop and pet shops, the ones that I owned before I went to the BTS. So that's going to be coming up. But I've lost my macro lens at the moment and I want it because I've got a few molts. And until I can find that, I'm not going to edit the video because I'd like to get a macro in on some of the molts that I've had as well, because I'll be talking about them. I don't want to do the molts separately. So once I find that and we get that done, that video will be edited and you'll be able to see how it's getting on. But yes, that is one of the ones that has molted as well. So try and get one of Tom's big spiders. I love Tom. I absolutely love Tom. He's brilliant. I really love him. Contacted Bugman. I hope he'll be awake. It's 11:20 p.m. here. Oh, is it? Wow. So it's 10:20 here, or 10:23 where I am. I know I've come on quite late, but it's the only time I'm in a quiet house on my own. My girlfriend's working till 11. And at the moment, her little brother's temporarily staying with us because he's technically homeless. So I'm trying to look after him too, and he's gone out. So we got mentioned there from Parasite of anyone going to the IHS show at Doncaster. I would love to. Definitely going to be a no from me. I cannot afford to get there. There's a guy... you know what? His name's gone from me. You won't know him anyway. He's not a YouTuber. But the guy I bought my Brachypelma Kallenbergi from, who is a pet shop owner, but he's a small pet shop owner. It's like his business. He's got the passion for reptiles and inverts. He's been breeding for years, since he was a kid. He should be going up there, and I'm hoping he'll let me know if there's anything cool going to be up there. So in the UK, yes, I am in the UK. I am southwest UK. Oh, I've missed some here actually. You getting T blondie or T posse? Yeah, I want a blondie, but they're expensive. That's literally the only reason right now. When I've got money, if I've got spare enough money to buy a blondie, I will get one, definitely. Native. Oh, sorry, a Bugman's Life. You've joined. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you came on. So, native invert vivarium would be great. I don't think it would be cruel. What do you want to keep in it? I'll answer in a minute to Bugman's Life. I just want to say to Martin, just want to say, South Africa, right? The reason I've just want to bring this up now is I've actually been invited to South Africa next year, though it probably won't happen for money reasons. But if it doesn't happen next year, it should happen the year after. It all depends what. But I've been invited by a friend who lives over there. Well, she's living over here, but her parents live over there. She's from South Africa. So I'm hoping to go there and do some filming within the next couple of years. Just depends on the cost. So what do I want to keep in there to the Bugman's Life? And I'm going to, can I subscribe to you from here, or do I have to wait till after? Let's have a look. Okay, I don't know how to do it from here, but I'm going to subscribe to your channel as soon as this is over. I've actually written down your channel. So what I want to keep in it, let me know. We can go check out native South African world. That would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm probably going to get myself killed though, because in the UK, we don't really have anything dangerous, like invert-wise or anything, you know, wildlife-wise. Nothing's going to really hurt us. The worst we're going to come across is an adder bite, which, yeah, could be fatal if we react to it badly. But that's it. And I've never even seen an adder, and I'm 30 years old. But yeah, so I'll probably be a bit too brave over there, and but I'd love to. But the things I want to keep in it is literally, I want to go for both. As I said earlier, but you weren't here then, both predatory and non-predatory inverts, for study reasons, because I'd like to see, so we get a couple maybe kinds of arachnids. It's going to be a very, very big vivarium. So I'm going to get a couple of maybe types of arachnids. We're going to get some more like omnivore type things, some native tiny millipedes, whatever I can find, basically. I won't overcrowd it though, just to study to see if the predatory inverts will dominate the tank, or whether the non-predatory inverts will be too well hidden. And it will just be like a kind of a big study. We're going to try and make it multi-environment, but all still UK style environment, UK kind of temperatures, UK based, everything, plants, all of that will be UK based. And we're just going to see how it works within a habitat. So kind of whatever I can find that isn't, what's the word? Critically endangered. If I come across something that's endangered, I will not risk putting it into the tank. Arachnid Kings come up with a message I have to click show. Oh, it's, have you been able to sex your tea sturmy sling mulch? Sorry, I have to click to show that, I guess, because it had the word sex in it. It's no, because I don't know how. I mean, I know how from watching other people, but it's still very, very small, and it's a little bit screwed up. But it's not like a perfect molt. The legs are great, but the legs ain't the bit that we need. So I think I need a slightly bigger molt to get my practice in at sexing tarantulas. Where are we now? That would be really epic. To be a good balance would be difficult to look into wildlife management and start from there. Yeah, I think that's a good idea too. I mean, it is going to be difficult because, like I said, I don't want the predators to overwhelm the prey, as it were. And I also don't want them to be too well hidden that the predators die. But I have said to these guys, I will give them a little bit of a boost. Like if I'm seeing arachnid and it's looking a bit thin, the abdomen's a bit thin, it's looking a bit wilted, it's not caught anything, I would intervene just to try and keep it alive a little bit, put something in the web. But anything like if I could put a roach in the web, for example, if it wasn't taken down or webbed up, I'd take it straight back out, just for the fact that I don't want that to interrupt the UK habitat. But if I've got to help something out, I'll help something out. Like I will put vegetation in there to help the more vegetarian style things or omnivores, so that I will kind of help with the balance, if you see what I mean, but to the best of my abilities without making it too, can't think of the word, I'm too tired for this, without making it too easy on them at the same time, if you see what I mean. So Kim, quick question, do you know anyone who sells beetles? Kim, not off the top of my head. There is a guy, what's his name? Let me find his name for you. 1 second. He's called Richard. I don't think he's got anything for sale at the moment. Sorry, guys. I'm not on the screen at the minute. I'm going to be looking at the name of this guy. So he is... It's a name I'm not going to be able to pronounce his surname, so I will type it. Richard Nakamura. Is that him? There he is. And he has Richard's inverts. Now, whether he's got anything or not, I don't know. But this guy, he's only young, but he's got a hell of a vast knowledge. He also has a YouTube channel, but his YouTube channel got banned or suspended. So he's remade a new one. And now he's only got 30 odd subs when he had a few thousand in his old one. He's absolutely gutted. Right, I'm probably putting his name in. But if you check him out, Kim, on Facebook, I think he's got a picture of him with some sort of butterfly or moth. I can't remember if that's still the picture. Yeah, he's going to be a good guy to chat to. Other than that, it's your typical shops, as you obviously know the Spider Shop, Bugs UK, Martin French. He's definitely got grubs in, but I don't know what else. I'm trying to think. I'll get back to you another day. If you remind me on another day, Kim, I will go and speak to some of my contacts and see if anyone's got any beetles available for you. What are there any particular ones you're after, Kim? Would you consider getting a Brazilian wandering spider? I forgot the scientific name. No. At least, I think to have one over here, we need a license anyway. But my reason for a no is purely because I'm not experienced enough with arachnids at all to be having something as dangerous as that. Like, I know certain inverts better than I know others. And if, like, for example, I've kept the phasmids here for between 5 and 7 years, let's say on average. Got good experience with them. You move on to things like mantises, few years experience. You move on to other things, it goes down and down and down. When it comes to any form of arachnid, I've literally got about 6 to 8 months experience tops. That's it. Probably even less. You're probably looking for more like 5 or 6 months actually experience with any form of arachnid. So I need a few more years practice before I looked at anything dangerous, because I'm clumsy as well, and if I got one of them let out, I'm doomed. But what about yourself? Oh, sorry, I don't think I read all your thing about Man's Life, actually. Wildlife management started by introducing herbivores first, and then slowly introduced a number of species, and lastly the predators. Even in game reserves, animals are helped out with food in winter. Oh, okay, that's cool. Right, I got you. That makes sense to me. That definitely makes sense to me. Thank you for your input there. I really appreciate that. And I will put your input out. I'll shout out your channel. In fact, I am going to add you now, but I'm going to do it separately. Where are you? Oh, I think you subbed to me. Yeah, you subbed to me. I'll sub to you back. Let's have a look. Boom. There we go. Sorted. Oh, funky music. Yeah. Anyway, I'll look at that afterwards. I'll start dancing on the screen now. Where am I? Yeah, where I am. I'm a fish guy. Got my first transfer about 2 months ago. 14 now. Yeah, it goes like that, doesn't it? I mean, I got 9, 8. I had 1 death, which I'm not going to tell you what yet because that's going to come out in another video. But one of my deaths was only like 1 to 2 centimeter tiny little sling. And I'm not sure whether it was a fault of mine or whether it was just nature because it was a sling. That's something I don't know. But so yeah, 8 I've got at the moment. Welcome to the dark side. Yes, definitely. Now, those wandering spiders scare me. Those spiders literally jump at you and run so fast. I'll stick with tarantulas for now. Yeah, I don't blame you. A lot of tree spiders creep me out. So I've just been sat here in a dressing gown while I'm yapping you guys. I'm hot now. Yeah, a lot of non-tarantula arachnids creep me out, to be fair. I used to be petrified of nearly all creepy crawlies. I was for a long, long time. And then I got into the hobby, which is really strange. But I think a lot of people have done that, actually. I say it's strange. I know quite a few people that were arachnophobic or whatever, and then they got into this hobby and it's kind of cured them of their issue. And I'm very for people curing themselves of various issues. So good on anyone that's done that. So, guys, we've already been yapping for over half hour here. Don't feel that you've got to stay if you don't want to. I'm not going to take offense if anyone wants to go. This has got more to just general chat now, which is fine by me because I'm home alone. But for you guys, don't feel you've got to stay just to support me. Stay if you want to stay, if you want to chat. So there's no reason for you to stay if you don't want to be here. So has anyone got anything else they want to ask, whether it's to do with the tank idea or anything personal about me or my collection? I still haven't revealed the stick insect species yet. I still need to do a video on that. I was hoping to get a molt first, but I'm getting impatient because actually over there I can see them right now and I really want to show you guys what I got. Sounds stupid. I'm kind of iffy about harvest. Yeah, there is something creepy about harvest moon. Let's be honest. They're all leg and a dot. It's like a full stop if it sprouted legs. Who wouldn't want to be here? Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Sorry, I'm just reading, guys. It is a fun addiction. It certainly is. You can advise the water system vivarium. That would be brilliant. And if I can get, I'm one of these people that you might have to explain things to more than once. I'm not going to lie to you because I'm not very DIY inclined. I'm not manly in that way. But yeah, any help would be great. And of course, I'll shout you out on the channel for your assistance. What stick insects do I own? And any molts? So the only molts I've had, well, I'm not going to tell you the tarantula molts because that's coming in another video. Stick insect molts, my male jungle nymph is now fully mature, so they're going to be laying over. I've had various stick insect molts, to be fair, but I'm going to be showing a lot more of them soon, so you'll get to see. But baby huntsman molt for the first time. Oh, that's cute. Brilliant. I'm sorry, Kim, I didn't get back to your question. So the stick insects I own, I think I've got some written down here. So let's see. I've got the Extantosoma tiaratum. I've got the Indian stick insect. I've got Uricantha calcarata. Don't have them anymore. Don't have them anymore. The Phenopharus cayoensis, the giant budwings. Don't have them anymore. So this is my book of all things I've kept, but I get a chunk away, people. What else have I got? One that I'm not revealing yet. My jungle nymphs, my black beauties. What else have I got? Is that it? Is that all I've got left? Oh, my Acanthoxia Geosivi or Geosivi. I can never pronounce that right. And I think that's it for what I've got at the moment. But I used to have that many back in the old day. That's quite a lot. But I couldn't keep up with all the food plant gathering at the time. I just didn't have the time for it. But I moved house since then. since I gave a lot of collection away, and my local park actually has a lot of the food plants needed, so I can build my collection back up now. Let's have a look. Oh, where are we? Do you know how long black beauty stick insects? Eggs take to hatch. I did know that one. Not that long, I don't think. I've got it. Hang on, I'm going to try and open up one of my documents here. Probably about 6 months or so. Let's have a look. Find my documents. Black beauty. Did I put it under black beauty or did I put it under the scientific name? I can never find my documents, so I've got to search for it. Is that it? Oh yeah, I've got it written down. Roughly 4 to 6 months. Yeah. Roughly 4 to 6 months for your eggs of those. Thanks for the sub, says Pugman's Life. Yeah, and thank you for subbing to me. I really appreciate that. And I do appreciate you coming and offering your assistance. So thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. The reptiles led to tarantulas, which led to tree spiders and lots of other inverts. Used to keep lots of tropical fish. I've never been that great with fish. I had guppies once. That's it. I've had a few cold water fish. I had guppies. I've got a friend who's very much into fish, so I will send her to your way, Martin, to check out your channel, because she loves fish YouTube channels and aquariums and all sorts, but my knowledge is terrible. Right, 2 seconds, guys. I've got to reply to someone here. Again, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to. I'm just kind of going to be on and off this for 2 seconds. I'm getting lots of messages coming through my phone, and I find it easier to type than I do to reply on my phone. So I will read your comments in 2 seconds. Yes, that looks fine. Sorted. Right, I'm coming back to you now, guys. Sorry about that. I don't mean to be rude, cutting off and doing other things, but I get questions bombarded at me all the time. Sorry, where were we? Down, down, down. Kim. Okay, spray my eggs every day. Is that the correct way to do it? It is uncertain, though I would steer away a bit with the Black Beauty eggs. They don't actually require much humidity at all. They will even hatch on a completely dry spell. So what I would do is I'll let it dry out completely, and then give it like a light misting, like every week, something like that. Or alternatively, I mean, what are you using? Where have you got your over? So you're over on like a kitchen towel, or is it placed on like a soil-based substrate? Because that will kind of like, can't think of the word, that will be a part of, depending on my answer for you. I am not with it tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Someone's a Therapost fan, aren't you? Sorry, I take a while to read here. Heading out for a run. Thanks for hosting, Sam. Can't wait to see your idea turns into a plan. Thank you very much for joining. Much appreciated. Enjoy your run. Thank you for coming. Kitchen paper in a cricket box. So yeah, that's fine. So if you're going to use it, doing it that method, yeah, I just do it as I said there. So lay off for a bit and let them dry out. The biggest, see, a lot of newer keepers, this is a massive thing in the stick insect world. So much stuff online goes on and on about humidity levels and goes on and on about misting, spraying continuously. I know various people that have actually lost live cultures due to over misting, because that's what it tells you to do on so many places online. And when I first started, I made that mistake a lot. And then as I grew, I started to realize, and speaking to like professional breeders, and I've even spoke to someone that has a phasmid named after them and all sorts. So yeah, just lower it, allow it to dry out. They will even hatch completely dry. You could never miss them and they'll hatch. But what I would recommend is, they do say it encourages, but that's with certain species. And with them, I just give it maybe a very light mist each week, and keep checking for mold, because mold will also can affect the egg, can destroy the nymph inside. So yeah, let it dry out, Kim. Give it maybe a quick mist once a week, maybe once a fortnight, but only like a light misting will do, like as if it's like actual mist in the air, if you know what I mean. When you've gone for a walk somewhere and it's a bit foggy outside, a bit misty outside, like that, but not wet, and you'll be fine. Let's have a look. T-stem, you're getting a lot of size for a smoke? Not really. I didn't even know it molted at first. The only reason I knew it had molted, or I expected it was going to molt, is because it hid itself away. And when I tried to entice it with a bit of live prey, it wasn't interested, and I took that out. So I left it for a while, kept checking on it, and it was never coming out. And I was like, oh. And then one day it was out and about again, all happy. And I noticed that it seemed fresher, you know what I mean? So I looked inside, and it had molted. And then I waited for it to its fangs to harden up and things, and gave it a feed, and it took it straight away. So, but it wasn't a huge difference in size, but that might have just been because, you know, sometimes if you look at something all the time, you don't always notice a massive change. Like what they say, you don't, girlfriends go, you didn't notice I changed my hair. And you're like, well, I'm so used to just looking at you in a certain way that I don't always notice things like that. You know how it is. And I think that was probably just the same circumstance for me. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that. Cool. Thanks, Kim. That sounds good. So how's your crab? Crab's fine. Absolutely fine. I don't see it that often. It burrows. It stays in a burrow most of the time. But every now and again when I'm cleaning in there, because I'm always cleaning in there, as you know from keeping phasmids, you end up, well, me personally, I end up with bits of dried leaves all over the floor. I get thorns in my feet. It's a nightmare when you keep a lot of them. So I'm always cleaning inside my bug room. And sometimes I just hear that bubbling noise where the crab's in the water. And I'm like, oh, it's out. And then I go and have a look. But yeah, it seems to be absolutely fine. I've not actually witnessed it eat. I know it has eaten, but I haven't witnessed it eat apart from the day that I got it, which is a bit of a shame. Excuse me. I'd like to get more footage of it, really. I'm surprised we're still chatting after 48 minutes, guys. I like this. I just like to have a bit of company. I would work in a different place tomorrow than I'm used to. So the whole thing's going to be all different. And I feel a bit like, I don't know, I don't want to do it. But as I said before, it's only temporary. So it's kind of nice to have a chat to people to get that off my mind. Yeah, I'll tell you, my crab loves bacon, chicken, and strawberries. Bacon, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I'm gonna have to try that. You have crabs. Yeah, me and Kim share crabs. No, I'm joking. Yes. Would I consider getting a T. Caledonia? I would love a T. Caledonia if I just randomly had enough money. But again, because I'm not the most experienced tarantula keeper, I'd probably end up forking out, what is it, 300, 400, 500 quid, whatever it is, and the thing will bloody die, because that's my luck. You know, I'd get it, be dead. Great. There's a lot of money down the drain. Of course, I do my best to look after it, but these things happen, don't they? And with such a small sling, You know, you never know what's going to happen, really. But I would love one. Someone offered me one at a cheap price. Yeah, I'd take it, without a doubt. They are absolutely beautiful. More likely 600. Yeah, well, whichever. This is ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous price, but they're stunning. $444.44. Ask Dan for his. Well, tell Dan, Kim. Tell him he's greedy for having two, because that's it. I've just answered your question. He's greedy. Greedy man, Dan needs to share. So yeah, I'll take one. I've got two girls anyway, and he doesn't need two girls. I'll have one. Give him a $5. Call it quits. Kim, I want to ask you something actually. What? I know, right? I think you want more hope in a male. I hope he gets the male though, because I'd love to watch them develop in time. I've watched his channel for ages, and I'd love to watch them develop and, you know, mature and try and see if he could breed. It would be class. It would be class. With our exchange rate times that was 16, bloody hell. Kim, I wanted to ask you, like, what made you want to start doing? Sorry, I'm waving around a giant match. I used it when I was camping to light my little camping stove, and I'm playing with it now. Wait, Kim, yeah, what made you actually want to start doing YouTube? Because obviously Dan's been doing it for a long time, and you know, you guys have been together a while, and then all of a sudden you cropped up, and I was like, oh. And I was just curious what made you want to do it. Good for you for doing it, but I'm just curious why. That was all. So he said he was going for 320 at the BTS. Wow. Yeah, I still couldn't afford that. That would have been my only thing I would have bought if I did that. And I bet you would have died on journey home. You know, my journey home was supposed to be 2 trains, right? I was supposed to go from Leamington Spa to Reading to Plymouth. But when I got there, the railway track home was broken. So I had to get the train from Leamington Spa to Warwickshire to Banbury to Reading to home. Is that right? Something like that. No, Banbury to home. So no, it was, I don't know. Basically, I ended up getting at least 4, if not 5 trains just to get home. It was a nightmare. It was scalding hot outside as well. I had 2 bags full of inverts, and I was like, ah, no, they're going to die. Luckily, everything survived though. Peggy for Blue Fang died shortly after I got it. Yeah, see, that's the worrying thing. It's such a shame when they happen. Harry Potter syndrome. Want to see a Harry Potter syndrome? Or a Harry Potter and a wand on my wall. Not mine. My girlfriend's crazy fan. The shield's mine now. My Roman shield. Rats over there. Widow up there. And I don't know if I want to show down there because there's mess all over my floor. But coffee table enclosure there. Since I went to my first BTS show with Dan, I didn't know what it was about till I went to another show and I got a mantis and millipedes and other stuff. Now I have lots of inverts and want more. I'm addicted to it. Oh, good on you, Kim. I'm glad. And I'm glad you did it. It's great. It's great to have that interaction. And now there's both of you doing it. I just think that's fantastic. And I'm proud of you. Well done. I know I don't know you very well, but I can still say I'm proud because, you know, I'm 30 years old. We can say these things when we get to this age. If our train is stopped, you stay right there. That's not good. 200 a lot to play for a tea. That's just me. Yeah. It is a nightmare. I mean, I'd love to know how to import things properly, but they like importing to the UK. I know it costs an absolute fortune. So unless you're a proper business, I'd love to be an importer. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Think of all the stuff that you could get hold of then. But you need a living warehouse. I don't know why I was talking about importing. I just started a new subject off and we're back. Kim, you love Harry Potter. Great. Another one. Now, I like a bit of Harry Potter. I'm not going to lie, but I'm not so much a fan that I've got it on the wall. My bedding is Harry Potter, right? That's bad enough, yeah? I've got a Harry Potter thing on my chest of drawers. Even on my toilet, there's a Harry Potter sticker. And then in here, I've got the picture, the wand. I'm pretty sure, oh, there's a door handle sign thingy that goes on your door handle somewhere. Clothes, everything drives me absolutely potty. Potty, not Potter. See what I did there? Train service suck. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. I've got to admit. I mean, I thought mine was bad, but if I was just stuck there, it wouldn't be great. £94 each. Need a big warehouse. Also a Potter fan. Oh no, this is not turning into a Harry Potter conversation, guys. I will end this video. I can't cope. I am going to go shortly, guys, because my girlfriend finishes in 5 minutes and she's going to be messaging me. And she's not the type to... Sorry. She'll moan if I stop replying to her. Or she'll probably join this live, actually. She can join and talk Potter. The problem is she finishes at 11, which is in 5 minutes here. But it's because of she works where I work, and because our store is currently closed temporarily, we're working elsewhere. And she's working pretty far away and doesn't drive. So she's not going to be home until after midnight. So, favourite movie? Is that favourite movie in general or Harry Potter favourite movie? I don't have a favourite particular Harry Potter film, but movie in general would be Lost Boys.